A House of Dynamite on Netflix. Came out, I believe, this Friday. It'll be 2 weeks ago. I think it did. I think it dropped 2 weeks ago this Friday. I watched it the weekend it came out. It stars Idris Elba, but more importantly, Dennis, what is House of Dynamite about?
Well, Andy, this one is totally different because when suddenly a single unattributed missile, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, is launched at the United States from somewhere over there, a race begins to determine who is responsible and how does the United States respond to this unprovoked attack.
I knew Dennis would like this movie before I even watched it because Rebecca Ferguson is in it. And when you say Rebecca Ferguson, he gets all tingly in the toes. If he was standing right now, he would drop to his knees because his toes wouldn't support him.
It is the other Fergulicious. The moment he said that, I'm like, yep, I'm in. Love her in everything she does. And then Idris Elba, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm hooked. I mean, you don't really have to tell me anymore. I'm down. I will give anything a shot with those two.
That's right. Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson. Basically, we've seen setups to movies like this before. We were introduced with her character. I can't even remember what her character's title is in the government, but she obviously works for the government. And she goes into work on a normal day. And then next thing you know, they get these alerts from a base in Alaska that a nuke was set off and it's headed our way. And the thing...
Well, it wasn't a nuke to start with. It was just an ICBM.
Oh, right.
They assumed it was a test one like, North Korea tends to do, China does it. So, there was not a lot of worry until it hits a certain azimuth and they realize, oh, crap.
Right.
It's continuing. It's going to hit somewhere in the United States and it's a nuke.
Exactly. So the way they tell the story is from it was three, right? 3 different points of view, I believe.
Yeah. So, yes.
So they deal with like a good chunk of, once again, no spoilers, with the Rebecca Ferguson side of things, we'll say. And then it cuts to a different person in the administration.
Well, and we back up on that because you've got with Rebecca Ferguson, you've got her husband and her kid, and then you've got all the people that are within that office that's dealing with it. The big screens up there, you can see the missile. They wind up popping up. POTUS is supposed to be there. SecDef is supposed to be up there. So you've got the generals, you've got the people in charge of missile defense. Everybody's up on the screen. So you get to see in almost like real time, this is what's happening. Here's what we need to do. They wind up, bringing in, not everybody's available. Some people are out for the day. And when this comes on, bad things happen. So, Gabriel Basso winds up playing the Deputy National Security Advisor because his boss is unavailable. And you're dealing with all of this on the screen that them trying to do it, which is cool. Andy's referencing is when this segment's done, it's about, so let's just say a half hour or whatever it is. And all of a sudden it ends and it cuts to,
was it SecDef, I believe?
Yeah, SecDef is the Secretary of Defense, so then it cuts no longer exists. It is now Secretary of War.
But in this movie, it was Secretary of Defense.
That's right.
And then it cuts to him, and then basically all the events start over for his day, and we see it all from his point of view now. And then after that, it goes to the president, Idris Elba, and like his point of view and stuff. It's a thriller, obviously, dramatic thriller. It is pretty tense, and no spoilers. I'm trying to think. Well, let's get to the acting. Rebecca Ferguson was great. She's British in real life, right?
I think Aussie.
So obviously she does a great American accent. That was great. She was fantastic. Do you have the IMDb page for the other actors besides Idris?
Yeah, so Idris Elba is in it. Jared Harris plays. He's great. He is Secretary of Defense Reed Baker. He's got, I will just say, one of the most iconic scenes, one of the greatest scenes in the entire movie, and you're just going to go, what?
This is a scene. So we see lots of movies, as you know, and a lot of the times we can see in movies, oh, well, this is probably going to happen. And it does. It's like, knew it. You foreshadowed it, whatever. And he's real good at it.
I am great at picking up foreshadowing and knowing what's going to do.
He didn't see it coming.
Nope.
Not at all.
Neither and
I definitely didn't see it coming. So when this scene happened, right. It's a scene where when you see it, you're just like, what? So he was fantastic.
Anthony Ramos, he plays one of the missile guys, because we have missile defense guys. So there's a whole segment on them up in Alaska where we have interceptor missiles that go up, and it should take care of it. Well, then you start finding out more. He gets sick. It is just great.
Do you remember? So they send these interceptors up to try and get it. Now, this isn't a spoiler. It doesn't work out. Do you remember what the percentage was? Because somebody asked, what's the percentage of these actually working? And he was shocked with the percentage.
It was 60%.
60%.
Yes.
I sincerely hope.
Jeff goes, wait, you're telling me $50 billion gives us a coin flip?
Right. And all I'm thinking is, God, I hope that that's not true. Because I'm sure we have missiles like that, if anything was incoming, that we could shoot up there to try and take them down. And one of the things in the movie was, one of the guys said, it's like, in fact, I remember the actor. Hold on, I want to see. Gabriel Basso, who plays the Deputy National Secretary Advisor, said it's like hitting a bullet with a bullet.
Yes.
So, and I understand that. But yeah, I wouldn't want, if I asked what the percentage we have of knocking something out of the sky using these interceptor missiles, I want to hear 85% and above. I don't want to hear 60.
Yeah.
Because like he said, that is a coin flip. So
it was great. So the missile guys up there, and the emotion is so high when they're up there talking and they're realizing what's happening. The one thing that this movie does a great job of is it builds the suspense and everything. Everything is highly suspenseful. So like you're like, oh, that is cool. Oh, holy crap, what are they going to do? And as you see their reaction, how things play out, what's about to happen. And then when it starts all over, you see it from a different perspective coming into play. It's a lot like if you had seen Flags of Our Father in Iwo Jima. It is very much like that, where you see the Battle of Iwo Jima from the American soldiers that were taking it. And then the next movie is from the Japanese perspective. I love that kind of stuff because the perspectives are so different. And everything lines up. They did a really good job because I love picking out inconsistencies, plot holes, and stuff. And it was really good because with all 3 points of perspective, I think they nailed it. I couldn't really come up with anything. It was solid.
Yeah, one of the things when they showed in the very first scene with Rebecca Ferguson, the multiple view screens with the sec dev, the generals, and all that, the screen with the POTUS was black. And you're thinking to yourself, well, that's odd. Why wouldn't he be on video? And they do explain it later in the movie. And when they do, you're like, oh, crap, that is awesome. That makes, so good. So
it is 24 vibes mixed with China Syndrome. Another great movie, old one that you must watch. But yes, a lot of intensity.
So are we is it review time?
I think so.
All right. Well, it's your turn. Don't even have to think hard about that because I went first and it was just a few minutes ago.
We were kind of enamored with this, my wife and I. We were like, oh, this is really great. There's one really weak point I think that's in it, but if I talk about it, it will all be a spoiler in this.
Do it.
So I'm not going to do it.
But we agree.
I am giving this one a 7.5. It is an absolute must watch. And when you do, you'll probably say, we need to talk spoilers about this at some time. But with that being said, it was absolutely worth a watch. This had great actors. It was an intriguing story. Everything came together. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there, 7.5. For a Netflix movie, Netflix, out of all the streaming platforms, man, that's tough. I'm trying to think. I was going to say which one puts out the highest quality movies to where you could go, man, that could have been in theaters. But they all really do. I've seen good ones on Amazon and Hulu and even Paramount, so I won't even go there. But yeah, I give it a 7.5. I thought it was really good.
Well,
I've got the same one complaint that Dennis has, and we've talked about it, but we can't tell you because no spoilers.
Normally in the big movies, when we walk out of the theater and you'll see us in the car or something because we just walked out, we never talk. So the only time we do is when we get to watch stuff like this and we have a chance. But normally we don't even talk. We just do a review. And sometimes we're surprised. Sometimes we're not.
All right. What do we got for IMDb and all that fun stuff?
IMDb is giving this a 6.4. So which, when you think of how they rate versus what we do, it's kind of in there. Rotten Tomatoes, the critics are giving it a 76, which, again, I don't hold a lot of emphasis on critics, but the popcorn meter sometimes is kind of accurate, and it more reflects what Andy and I, the average Joes, like to do, like from Dodgeball, the average Joes. Popcorn says 78%. It's right there with it. So in this one, it's one of the few times the critics and the audience agree. Solid movie, a surprise for me for Netflix for putting this out. Kudos to them. I'm glad I watched it. Highly recommend you guys watch this one at home.
There you go. Real quick, does the Core Draft UK calendar include Ramadan? It does not. Okay, just wanted to answer that because I feel like it. That's why if I see a question, I'll start for later after the quick review. Now, on to the funny book portion of the show.